So my previous video on recovery was a little bit misleading. The drawing that I made was a little bit inaccurate. So I'm going to attempt to make it right this time, and then also show you guys my first footage with my new GoPro. How's it going, runners? My name is Justin Thompson. I'm your average running PT, and I help the average runner achieve their own personal elite status. If that's something you guys are into, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you know when the next video comes out. Let's fix this. So I mentioned before that your baseline is here. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, check this video out up in the corner. Make sure that you know what it is I'm even looking at. But really, you don't even need to look at that video right now because I'm going to show you a quick little bit about what I said the last time. So when we talked about recovery, what I was saying was if you're going along at baseline and then you have a workout, that workout happens right here. And basically what I said the other day was that you end up with a dip and then you recover stronger than the previous baseline. Now, this representation was a little bit confusing to people because it showed that this downward part lasted about the same amount of time as the upward part. And that's not true. Okay, so let me fix this real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And then we're going to do the right way. So here's your baseline. Here is you just putzing along, and then here you have a workout. Right here. There's your workout. Okay? That workout may last an hour. Okay? Let's say that workout lasts an hour. That hour is from here to here. So then the decline that happens over the course of that hour. Therefore, it's not a swooping line down this way. It just comes down. It comes down straight to there. Okay? So it comes down, and then the recovery happens over time, until you cross back over your baseline. Okay, so this is a little bit better of a representation of what you're looking at in terms of recovery, because the stimulus is when you get the breakdown. The stimulus is when your body is breaking itself down. It doesn't continue to break down over the course of the day after your workout. It just happens during the workout itself. Okay, and then immediately when you're done working out starts the recovery period. Okay, so now let's talk about math for a second. So if you are doing math, the thing is, let's say this represents some sort of interval workout or some sort of harder workout. Okay, now let's say you're doing a math run. So math method, keeping your heart rate nice and low, then the stimulus is significantly reduced, right? So if you are doing just kind of putzing along again, and then here you have your math run, it lasts an hour. So then that hour, you might only decline just a little bit, okay? And then the recovery is significantly shorter. That's why the math method is so good for making you feel fresh from day to day, because it allows you to just kind of take it easy. But the thing is, if the stimulus is much lower, the gains are probably going to be significantly lower too, unless you stay consistent over a long period of time. So the thing with math is you stay fresh, you stay feeling good. However, the gains that you acquire do take time. They do take consistency. They do take putting in the work day to day to day to day. Alright, so this is just my little revised edition here so that you guys know I'm not just a dummy. This is more how it works, and then it's a slow recovery back up. So I hope that was helpful. Now let's transition into my first footage with my new GoPro. And so I decided to go with the GoPro Hero 8 after watching Kofuzi's videos on comparisons between the 7 and 8, and then comparisons between the 8 and the 9. I didn't feel like it was worth it to go ahead and get the 9, and it was a little bit bigger, and I just don't want something big or bulky on the end of what I'm holding on to. So I wanted something that was pretty streamlined. And I was comparing, image stabilization was one of the big things that I wanted. I also wanted the ability to slow down to 120 frames per second, and the GoPro Hero 8 did everything that I felt like it needed to do. And it was significantly better at image stabilization than the 7. And so if you're doing running type stuff and bouncing around, you really need that image stabilization. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of preview of some of the footage that I got. I'll just say it's rough. It's pretty rough, so we'll overlay it here, and you'll see that there may be times when I'm looking up at my nose. I haven't even reviewed the footage yet right now, so you're seeing it before I'm talking about it right here. And it's, it was a little fiddly for me on the first run because I haven't had a chance to play with it at all, even just here inside indoors before going out for the run. So when I went out for the run, that was the first chance I had to even mess with it. So it's a little rough. And so it'll get better, don't worry guys, but yeah, it's a fun little device. I'm excited to see what kind of images we can get with it, and then we'll just kind of keep playing around with it. I promise you it'll get better. I hope to maybe do things that are a little bit more cinematic than just the test shots that I got today, but we'll see. I'm confident that I can figure this thing out, but right now it's just a little fiddly, and it's got a little bit of a learning curve for me because I've never used a GoPro. So just have to figure out some of the menus, some of the settings, and things like that. Once I do that, I think that the images and the footage will get significantly better. And so this is for you guys. Some of you wanted to see some of the stuff that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, and I think this will give me a good opportunity to do that. So that's it. GoPro Hero 8, there's your footage, and I'm excited to see what we can come up with. So that's all for today, guys. Head on out there, seek your elite. God bless, and I'll see you next time.